Hello everyone, my name is Jesus Palamer.
In this video we will see the practical work number 3 about automatic extraction of coastlines from satellite images. In this practical work, we will see how to download and install SAET, the open source software that we will use to obtain SDSS at subpixel level. Let's start with the exercise. Welcome to this practical work where we are going to learn how to install SAET, which is the software we are going to use for automatic extraction of coastlines. First of all, before installing SAET, we must install this version of Python. We will do it from this link. This is the website. We just have to go down to the end of the page and click on the Windows installer file 64 bits. Which is the recommended version, and follow the installation instructions. Secondly, we will go to this other website from where download the SAET code. This is the GitHub website where SAET files are hosted. On this website we can see the different files, and also the documented explanation of how SAET works. We can see an introduction with the background of SAET, workflow, user requirements, file structure. How SAET can be run, which are the output data, some prior considerations, and instructions for installing SAET. To download the code, simply go to the top of the page. Click on the code button and select Download Zip. This will download a compressed file that we are going to unzip to a folder. This is the folder that we have created for the installation of SAET. We have called it SAET installation, and it is the name we are going to use. Throughout this tutorial, once we have the compressed file copied, we are going to uncompress it this way. We will open the SAET master main folder and select all the files, and we will drag them into this folder. We can now eliminate the compressed file. Inside the doc folder, we can find the PDF file that explains the Python installation step by step, and also the SAET installation process. For this reason, it is very important to review this document. Finally, it is also very important, before using SAET, registering on these two services to access both Sentinel-2 and Landsat images. Once we have registered on these two services, we can access our credentials, username and password. We are going to use these credentials to replace them in this file, sbconfig. This configuration file shows symbols like these, which we will have to replace with our username and password for each of these services. If we do not do this, we will not be able to use SAET. In the PDF document we have been talking about before, they appear all instructions, both to install Python and SAET, and also the steps to registering on the different services to access to Sentinel-2 and Landsat 8 and 9 images. If we review each of these instructions, we can see how to install Python and also how to install the needed libraries to run SAET. The name of the folder that we have chosen to install Python is this. and we are going to use it for the rest of the tutorial. First of all, let's install a library which will allow us to create virtual environments. Virtual environments allow installing libraries what are necessary to run a program in Python without conflicting with other libraries that we could have installed in other versions of Python. And that way run our software without problems. To do this, the first thing we will do is go to the search window for Windows and run the command cmd. To avoid problems, it is better to run the application command prompt as administrator. Once we are in the command prompt window, what we are going to do is write this command to change the current folder to the folder where we have installed Python. Once inside that folder, we will write this other command to install the virtualenv library, which is the library that will allow to create virtual environments. We can also do the following: copy this command and paste it here. Once we install the library, this image shows the installation process. We can now create the virtual environment. After installing the library to create virtual environments, we will move to the folder where we have the SAET files. Just write this command. What is the path
Where SAET is hosted.
Once we are inside the SAET installation folder, write this command, which we will use the library that we have installed before virtualenv to create a virtual environment called SAET-env. If we press enter, the virtual environment is created. This virtual environment will have a minimum version of Python to be able to start installing the rest of needed libraries. A folder called SAET-env has been created inside our folder SAET installation. Here we can see this new folder. This is the virtual environment. All the libraries we will need to run SAET will be installed within this folder. Before installing the needed libraries to run SAET, we need to activate the virtual environment we just created. To activate that virtual environment, we write this command by running the activate command. If we want to deactivate it, we just run the deactivate command. To make this process easier, we have created a bat file containing these two lines that we can see on the screen. That file is in the SAET documentation and is part of the files that we have downloaded from the website. If we close the command prompt window and go to the folder SAET installation, we will see that we have this bat file. By running this file, we see that a new command prompt window is opened, and in the first part of the prompt, the name of the virtual environment we just created appears. Once this virtual environment is active, we can run the following command, which will install all the necessary libraries to run SAET. By running this command, we will be able to see, little by little, each and every one of these libraries is being installed.
Let's press Enter.
Now we see how the libraries are downloaded and installed. After installation, we will be able to run SAET. Finally, to test if SAET works correctly, we write this command, where are we going to run?
The script SB searching run.
With the H option that will show us the SAET help. Let's press Enter. Indeed, SAET tells us what are the usage options for the searching mode. The last step is to open the sbconfig .py file and navigate to the section Credentials for Imagery Servers. We have to copy our credentials, user and password, and replace these symbols with those credentials. If we don't do this, we will not be able to run SAET. Now we are ready to start using SAET with some examples.